As you're going through this, try to give grace, of course, to Game Boy Guy. This is not a hating on Game Boy Guy stream, but an acknowledgement of how messed up things can get when you focus on the wrong stuff. This is something that this Game Boy Guy wrote and then handed out to people at Hentai
Yeah,
it got shut down really fast. They have autism. That makes it sometimes hard to read social cues.
The emo prom incident of 2023. During that event, the Game Boy camera, he was spotted at the venue trying to talk to girls, and he was offering them rides. They get to like Game Boy Guy, and they tell him, "Hey, one of our friends, something happened to her. We're trying to see if anybody saw anything." The guy replies, I didn't roofie anyone." As a precaution, a few of our other mutual friends took it upon themselves to ban him from like their events.
He has made some
and
people
gatherings
uncomfortable,
was-
I think, is the main thing.
Yeah.
I was running an open VTuber lounge. Game Boy cameraman walks in. You don't know it's him because he's masked up. Starts crossing the line. Starts trying to self-advertise, but like not. I have a friend that's trying to get on this show. You should vote for him. And Twitchy look at each other, like lock eyes. We're like, oh, Game Boy cameraman snuck in.
Many minutes later.
Was kicked out for harassing vendors. That's when he was seen public area handing out these pamphlets.
He'd pretty much been banned from everything else in San Diego.
The point of this is not actually to just dump on this one guy. It's about how you can be autistic and have trouble processing different emotions from other people. That is not an excuse for not taking like no for an answer or something like that. So like if you are in that situation and you have made people uncomfortable, the correct answer is not to go harass the people who made the decision until they change their minds. Focusing on the wrong things and doing everything the wrong way, that'll probably make it much harder for you to connect back with the community again. This document is him writing about specifically just that event and about how people have treated him differently since that event. And again, I think this really shows that I think he's off the mark for why people are actually upset at him. The first thing that he does here, it sounds like, is complaining about he attended this thing. And I think he maybe misconstrued what some people, what their actions meant, and think that they are unjustly targeting him and banning him from an event. He even says, good thing I'm not interested in goth-specific events, meaning he's still trying to clap back. He wanted to be a rebel in this space because he said that he gave gatekeepers something to complain about. He feels like he was a harmless person that just wanted to hang out with people and do like a little service-y thing and get his name out there more as the Game Boy photography guy. He ends it with such an ominous phrase of, he could make this longer and pass it around. I can afford the ink. It's a very clear threat, meaning that he feels like there are certain people that don't want him to say these things. Like someone is threatening him and he's like threatening back.
Yeah.
I think is his mindset maybe, even if nobody has actually actively threatened him about it. We don't know what's actually true. According to his point of view, he's saying that that is not the case. And it could very well be, because this happens, as we've seen with other events at other cons before, it could be someone using someone as a scapegoat to be able to drug someone. It is possible that they found a scapegoat and he was the scapegoat person. For whatever reason, it's been unlucky for him to be the target. It is possible. It is also possible that this is him covering his ass. The reason he's banned from all these things is not because of drugging a drink. It's because all these people that you met found you uncomfortable, which is why they blocked you, and talked to other people in their community about it. And it's become a big enough problem from you possibly harassing different people in the community that they've resorted to banning you from them so that their guests can feel more comfortable at their events. Like he's trying to make it sound like everybody's vendetta against him to blame him for an event that didn't happen. It could very well be that the people involved in this might not even blame him. Because like apparently everybody blocked him, so he doesn't know. All he knows is that he feels like sometime after this happened, everybody hated him. I do think that he is using his autism as an excuse for how he's being perceived and how much leeway he has in interacting with other people. Instead of trying to make sure that other people are comfortable, he is taking advantage of the fact that he can tell them first off that he's autistic and that he's weird, and then try to push that to the boundaries of what they're comfortable with in the moment. We see this a lot, for example, in like abusers. They know all the loopholes. They've learned how to do things a certain way. They learned how to push the boundaries far enough so that they get what they want out of things. They can use their own experience as like an abused person as an excuse for having that behavior. This happens to a lot of different people, and unfortunately it does come with a higher risk if you've actually experienced it. It doesn't mean that you have to hate them either. Protecting our boundaries is also very important because there are going to be pushy people out there. Don't be afraid of speaking up, having someone respect your boundaries, because there are going to be people like this that push it repeatedly and not care that they're pushing you. It can be like your friends and you just realize that it's not healthy for you to be put in this situation over and over again. And the easiest way is just to not have them in this space. And honestly, I think that's kind of like what all these different venues have decided in the end, dealing with Game Boy guy, right? Where there's just like pennies and dimes of like all of these unhealthy interactions and everybody's feeling so uncomfortable. Maybe the drugging didn't happen, but definitely we see the harassment. The harassment is truly happening, and that we can stop from happening if we ban this guy. And it's so much easier to just ban this person than to make them go to an HR class. Just for this, I'm going to blow you guys.